He was young, strong, and full of life. He could move faster than anyone and had a smile that lit up every room. Then, suddenly, he was gone forever. Fans all over the world cried. They couldn't believe their hero was no more. People felt like they had lost someone close, even if they had never met him. Why did this happen? How could someone so powerful die so quickly? The answers were unclear, and the mystery made his story even more interesting. He was not just a fighter. He was an artist who moved like a dancer. When he fought, it was like watching magic. He made fighting look easy and beautiful. People called him the king of kung fu, and he became the first Asian superstar in the world. He made movies full of speed, strength, and emotion. Then, when he was only 32, everything came to a stop. He died so suddenly that no one had time to say goodbye. The shock turned him into a legend forever. In time, people forgot how young he was when he left. They only remembered his skills, his power, and his message. He taught more than how to fight. He showed that dreams could come true through hard work and belief. He wanted the world to see that anyone, even someone from far away, could rise. Soon, books, movies, and shows told his story. Each one added to his memory and made him larger than life. But who was he before all of this began? He was not always strong and fast. When Bruce Lee was born on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, he was a weak and sick baby. Doctors were worried about him. His mother, Grace Lee, was very protective of him. She had already lost a child before, so she took great care of Bruce. She gave him lots of love and attention every day. Bruce's birth in America happened during his parents' opera tour. They stayed in the US for 5 months before going back to Hong Kong with their young baby. Back in Hong Kong, Bruce had many health problems. The hot weather made things worse, and he was often sick. But over time, he slowly started to get better. As a small child, Bruce was very active. He ran, jumped, and played all the time. He loved to move so much that his mother called him "never sit still." Even though he was always busy, Bruce also liked reading books. He spent many late nights reading, which made his eyes weaker. At 6, he wore glasses to read. Bruce grew up with many family members in a small home. Around 20 people lived together, making it noisy and busy. Still, they had more money than most families. His father made money by acting in operas and from renting homes. Because of this, Bruce's family lived well, even if it was crowded and noisy in the house. Bruce liked to go outside. He played on the streets with friends more than he went to school. Sometimes, he would skip class to spend time with local boys. Bruce liked playing jokes. At 10, he played a trick on his sister by pushing her into a pool. She pushed him back under the water until he made a promise. He told her he would never go into a swimming pool again. That small event stayed in his mind, and from that day, Bruce didn't like swimming at all. Bruce's acting life had already begun. When he was just a baby, he got his first role. Thanks to his father's help, Bruce was in the movie world very young. His first real acting part came at age 6. He played a wild boy in the movie Beginning of a Boy. It was the beginning of many more film roles for Bruce. In his movies, he often played kids who liked to fight. He started to show serious skills and moves, even at a young age. People noticed his special talent. People called him Lee Little Dragon. This name stayed with him for life. Bruce loved acting and was excited every time movie workers came to pick him up. Bruce did not like school. He got low grades and argued with teachers. Instead of learning, he got into fights with other boys and did not follow school rules. When Bruce joined LaSalle College, a Catholic school, things got worse. He was lazy and often refused to listen to teachers. This made his father very angry. Outside school, Bruce often got into street fights. He shouted at kids from other schools. These fights were strong and loud, and sometimes the police showed up. Bruce's school was full of Chinese students, but nearby was a school with British kids. The two groups didn't like each other, and this caused problems. Bruce led a group of boys who waited behind the British school. They said mean things to the other students, and soon these talks turned into real fights. The fights became a big issue. Bruce and his group used chains and acted like they were in a gang. They started many fights, and the police always came. At home, Bruce's father tried to stop his bad behavior. He gave Bruce strict rules, but He was at work a lot and couldn't always watch him closely. Bruce didn't stop fighting. He began to feel worried about what would happen if he was ever alone without his group to help him in a fight. He started thinking how to protect himself better. Bruce realized he needed real fighting skills. This idea pushed him to learn martial arts. Bruce did not want to be weak anymore. At age 13, he began to learn Wing Chun, a type of Chinese fighting. It was fast and helpful in street fights. His first teacher was William Jung. Bruce trained hard and learned quickly. William saw his great skill and took him to a famous master, Yip Man. Yip Man was very wise and taught Bruce more than just fighting. He showed him how to use calm thoughts, steady breath, and strong body control. Bruce loved his training and began to find peace in it. It wasn't just about hitting or kicking anymore. It became a way to think and grow inside. He still got into trouble at school, but his moves were getting better. Yip Man taught Bruce patience and balance, and Bruce began to change slowly. One teacher saw Bruce's energy and asked him to enter a school boxing match. Bruce agreed and trained with great focus for the big day ahead. The boxing event was with a rival school. Bruce beat 3 boys in the first round. In the end, he fought the champion Gary Elms, who was very strong. Bruce used Wing Chun blocks to stop Gary's punches. Then Bruce hit him hard in round 3. Gary fell to the ground, and Bruce won the match. Bruce became the school boxing champion. People started seeing him in a new way. But even with the prize, Bruce still had many fights at school. Bruce's mother wanted to stop the fighting by sending him away. She told Bruce to visit America before turning 18 to keep his U.S. citizenship. Bruce's father agreed. He hoped distance from bad friends would help. They gave Bruce some money and prepared him for the long ship trip. On April 15, 1959, Bruce left for America. It was a long trip across the ocean, but Bruce was ready. He didn't know that a new life was waiting. Bruce arrived in San Francisco and first stayed with a friend of his father. To earn money, he gave dance lessons and lived a very simple life. Later, he moved into the home of Ruby Chow, a family friend, and started working as a waiter in a restaurant. He also joined a local high school. When an Asian Culture Day happened at school, Bruce gave a kung fu show. A strong man joined him on stage but could not touch Bruce at all. The man who watched Bruce during the show asked him to teach. Bruce said yes, and soon had a small group of students who trained seriously with him. Bruce also worked hard at school. This time, he finished high school with good grades. That helped him get into a university to study more. While attending college in Seattle, Bruce trained every day. He wanted to learn more himself before fully becoming a teacher to others. Bruce left his job at Ruby Chow's and opened his first kung fu school in Seattle. He named it the Junfan Kung Fu Institute after his own name. He lived in a small room behind the school with no windows. Still, he was happy to run his own place and teach kung fu every day. At college, Bruce met Linda. They started seeing each other and became close. But they kept their relationship a secret at first. The school did well, and Bruce wanted to grow his work. He moved to Oakland, California, to open a bigger kung fu school there. He asked his student Taki Kimura to keep the Seattle school as a small private group. Bruce focused on the new location in Oakland. Before opening, Bruce joined a major karate event to give a demo. The crowd loved it, especially when he showed his 1-inch punch skill. Bruce met a famous martial artist named Dan Inosanto and became his teacher. They worked together to grow the Oakland school fast. Linda became pregnant, and Bruce was very happy. They soon got married in a small, quiet event and moved in with a friend. That friend, James Lee, helped Bruce teach at the school. They welcomed anyone who truly wanted to learn how to fight well. A teacher named Wong Jackman was angry that Bruce was showing Chinese fighting to non-Chinese people. He challenged Bruce to a fight. Wong wanted rules, but Bruce said no rules. It was a very fast and strong fight, and in the end, Bruce won after making Wong run away. Even though he won, Bruce was not happy with the fight. He felt tired after it and started harder training to become even stronger. After building his kung fu schools, Bruce wanted to return to acting. He got a small part on a TV show called The Green Hornet as a character named Kato. The show started in 1966 and showed kung fu to American viewers for the first time. Young people loved Bruce's moves, and soon he became the star of the show. Although the show ended early, Bruce became famous. He gave more performances and also taught stars how to fight, which helped him earn more respect and money. Bruce loved to teach. He also wanted to make his own style of fighting, so he started thinking deeply about martial arts and how to make them better for real life. He created a new way called Jeet Kune Do, which means the way of the intercepting fist. It used smart ideas from many types of fighting, not just one style. Bruce believed that people should not stick to only one method. He taught his students to use simple, fast moves that actually worked in real fights. Famous people soon came to learn from Bruce. He trained basketball star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and actor Steve McQueen. They trusted him and learned quickly. Some of these stars became Bruce's close friends. They helped him grow his business and told others about how great and smart their teacher was. Bruce charged more money to famous students because they could afford it. His lessons became very popular with rich and well-known people in Hollywood. In 1969, Bruce and Linda had a daughter named Shannon. Bruce was happy, but life became harder when he hurt his back badly during a lifting exercise. Doctors told Bruce that he might never do kung fu again. He had to stay in bed for many months, and this made him feel sad and unsure about his future. While resting, Bruce read many books and wrote down his new fighting ideas. He planned to come back stronger and smarter than ever before. Bruce flew back to Hong Kong and was shocked to see how famous he had become. People knew him from the Green Hornet, and reporters asked him many questions. Movie studios offered him roles, but most deals were low. Bruce said no to the Shaw Brothers and signed with Golden Harvest for a better movie deal. His first movie with Golden Harvest was The Big Boss. It was shot in Thailand. The filming was hard, but Bruce gave his best to show his skills. The Big Boss came out in 1971 and was a huge hit. People loved Bruce's speed and power. The movie made a lot of money and broke box office records. After that, Bruce starred in Fist of Fury. Fans loved his strong fight scenes. Tickets sold out quickly, and the film made even more money than his first. Bruce quickly became a superstar in Asia. He could not walk on the street without being followed. Everyone wanted to see the man behind the power. Bruce wanted more control, so he created his own movie called The Way of the Dragon. He wrote, directed, and acted in it himself. This film showed a big fight between Bruce and Chuck Norris, another famous fighter. Fans loved the battle and it became a big selling point. After this success, Hollywood called Bruce to star in Enter the Dragon. This would be his first big American movie with full creative control. Enter the Dragon was filmed with great care. Bruce worked hard on every fight scene. He wanted everything to look real and strong. But during this time, Bruce felt tired and weak. He often could not sleep and began to lose weight. People said he looked very sick. Still, Bruce finished the movie. After filming, he went into a quiet room to work on sound. Suddenly, he felt very sick and collapsed. Bruce was taken to the hospital, and doctors found swelling on his brain. He stayed in bed for a while but later went back to work. Later, while at a friend's home, Bruce said he had a headache. He went to lie down and never woke up. He died on July 20, 1973. People all over the world were shocked. He was only 32 years old. His film Enter the Dragon came out a few weeks after his death. Even after his death, Bruce Lee's voice lives on. His way of fighting changed Kung Fu forever. He made it faster, simpler, and more useful in real life. Many martial artists still follow Jeet Kune Do today. Bruce told them to break old rules and build their own way. His ideas helped people think in new ways. Bruce felt that fighting was not just about power. It was about mind and body working together. He wanted people to understand what it truly meant to grow. Bruce was also a big part of movie history. Before him, Asian people were not shown as strong or smart in movies. He changed that for good. He gave new life to Asian roles. People saw him as proud, brave, and very skilled. This helped many others from Asia to find roles in films later. Thanks to Bruce, movie watchers saw a new type of hero. Not just tall men from the West, but also fast, smart men from the East. Outside the movies, Bruce gave people courage. He showed that a small man could be full of power. He told people they should never give up. Many young people took his words seriously. They trained harder, ate better, and took care of their minds. Bruce was more than just a fighter to them. He said, "Be water, my friend." He meant that people should stay calm, strong, and able to change shape to fit any challenge. Even today, many still read Bruce's books and watch his films. His lessons help people in sports, business, and daily life. There are schools, statues, and shows all around the world to honor him. His work still touches hearts and shows no signs of fading. Bruce Lee's body is gone, but his spirit stays strong. He is forever remembered as the man who fought with heart, mind, and soul.